Hi friends, this is your friend Israeli Mass Concept. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to simplify a given algebraic fraction. On the board, we have an algebraic fraction a raised to power 2 plus ax minus 6x raised to power 2 all over 2x raised to power 2 plus ax minus a raised to power 2. How do we simplify this given algebraic fraction? It is very simple. Looking at the numerator, you will observe that the numerator is a quadratic equation and the denominator also is a quadratic equation, because the highest degree of the unknown variables for the numerator a and x, they both are 2. The same thing is applicable to the denominator. The highest degree of the unknown variables a and x are 2. Hence, the same process we follow in factorization of quadratic equation is the same route we are going to follow to ensure that we factorize this numerator and the denominator respectively. Let's begin with the factorization process. If a raised to power 2 multiplies negative 6x raised to power 2, we are going to have negative 6a squared x raised to power 2. Now we look for two factors that when we multiply them together, we are going to get minus 6a squared s squared. And when we add those two factors together, we are going to get ax. And what are those two factors? Let's take the two factors as plus 3ax and minus 2ax. Plus 3ax and minus 2ax. Now, if we multiply 3ax and minus 2ax, we are going to get negative 6a squared s squared. The same thing is applicable when we add 3ax and minus 2ax, we are going to get ax. Hence, the numerator can be put in this form, a squared. Then we put these very two factors, which are plus 3ax minus 2ax. Then we now put our minus 6x squared minus 6x squared all over. The same thing we did for the numerator is the same thing we are going to do for the denominator. Now, if 2x squared multiplies negative a raised to power 2, what are we going to have? We are going to have negative 2a raised to power 2 x raised to power 2. Now we also look for two factors that when we multiply them together, we are going to have negative 2a raised to power 2 x raised to power 2. And what are those two factors also? The two factors are 2ax and negative ax. Because when we multiply 2ax and negative ax, we are going to get negative 2a raised to power 2 x raised to power 2. Then the next thing is when we add 2ax and minus ax, we are going to get ax here. Hence, we have gotten those two factors that when we multiply them together, we are going to have negative 2a raised to power 2 x raised to power 2. Then when we add them together, we are going to get ax. Now let's have 2x raised to power 2. Then we put those two factors plus 2ax and minus ax. Then we now put our minus a raised to power 2. Now looking at this very given expression, if I collect the like terms, you will see that 2ax minus ax will still give me ax. And coming to this very numerator, 3ax minus 2ax will still give me ax. That was the reason why I didn't add up this ax here, but rather I used the equivalent expression to denote it. And the same thing is applicable to the denominator here. I use 2ax minus ax to denote ax because they are equivalent. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to bracket my expression in twos. I bracket my expressions in twos so that I can be able to factorize a squared and 3ax. And what is the common factor that can divide a squared and 3ax? And that is a. Now, a divide a squared, we are left out with a. plus a divide 3ax, we are left out with 3x. We close the bracket. Then minus, what is the common factor that can divide 2ax and negative 6x squared? And the common factor is 2 and x. Now 2x divide 2ax, we are left with a. Minus times minus is plus, then 2x divides 6x squared, we are left with 3x. Now, for you to know whether you are correct, we discover that what you have in this bracket is the same thing as what you have in this other bracket. Then all over. We also factorize the denominator. What is common to 2x raised to power 2 and 2ax? The common factor is 2x. And 2x squared divided by 2x, we are left with only x, plus 2x divided 2ax, we are left with a. You close your bracket. Now we have minus, what are the factors of ax and a raised to power 2? Their common factor is a. And ax divided by a, we are left with x. Minus times minus is plus. A divided a squared, we are left with a. And for you to know if you are correct, what you have in this bracket here is the same thing as what you have in this bracket. So what next are we to do? Very simple. We have a minus 2x. So we bracket a minus 2x. The same thing we have in this bracket is the same thing as this. Hence, we take one of the brackets, which is a plus 3x. All over. Coming to the denominator, we have 2x minus a. 2x minus a. And because we have the same thing in these two brackets, we take one of it. Hence, we have x plus a. Now, if we open up this bracket, we are going to get a result of everything we have here. Then the same thing, if we open up this bracket of this very given numerator, we are going to still have everything we have on the numerator here. Hence, what next are we to do? Looking at the numerator here, you will notice that we have a minus 2x. Then coming to the expression in this denominator, we have 2x minus a. So we are looking for a situation where we can be able to rearrange the numerator for this very given expression to be the same thing as the expression in this very denominator for 2x minus a. And how do we rearrange it? We can say that a minus 2x is the same thing as minus 2x plus a. Remember that addition is commutative. So a minus 2x is something as saying minus 2x plus a. All in bracket, we also have a plus 3x. All over. Then coming to this also, we now have 2x minus a, all in bracket, x plus a. Now you can see that we already have 2x here and also 2x here. But the problem we have is with this very minus sign. And what are we to do to this very minus sign to make it equivalent to this expression for 2x minus a here? Let's factor out this minus sign. And we say minus, factoring it out, then we have 2x. Then for this positive sign, I change it to negative, then I have my a, all in brackets. So that if I open up this bracket by saying minus times 2x, it will still be minus 2x. And minus times minus is plus a. So we have the same thing. So opening up this bracket, we still get you back to this very given expression here. Hence, this is bracket a plus 3x all over. Then we now have here 2x minus a, all in brackets x plus a. Now you can see that 2x minus a is the same thing as the expression 2x minus a. Hence, we can cancel out. And when we cancel out, we are left with minus a plus 3x. So we are left with minus a plus 3x all over x plus a. X plus a. Hence, this is your given answer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. Remember to subscribe to my channel, Israeli Man's Concept, so that whenever I upload a new content, you will be notified. Remember also to follow me on Facebook at Israeli Online Maths. Thank you for viewing and see you next time.